Hi everyone, in this video I'll teach you how I remember everything I read, not actually, using the Readwise app. If you're new here, I'm a certified math and physics teacher in Ontario who holds a master's degree in statistics. Taking book notes is the obvious thing to do if you're trying to remember more of what you read. I used to highlight pages. This is a hockey analytics book I read in 2020. Pretty good book, but at the same time, I've never revisited those notes, and I haven't thought about the book since much. And on top of highlighting, I even went the extra mile, and as you can see, it's March 21st, 2020. Went the extra mile and took book notes, concise book notes with the page number and some drawings, and I really distilled it down to the main points. But again, this isn't a journal. I never pulled it out to reread the thing. So it became kind of useless. And in today's day and age, reading a book from cover to cover is kind of an accomplishment with all the distractions we have flying around. And there's an additional problem to reading books is that we don't remember everything we read. In fact, our knowledge, the memory science tends to decrease exponentially. So that's the forgetting curve that you're seeing on the screen. It's an exponential curve. And there's a few ways to delay this curve, and one way would be to reread the entire book, for example, or reread a summary. But what's been shown to work the best is when you quiz yourself, you ask yourself questions. And again, I'll link to the evidence of this in the description below. It's mainly from the book Make It Stick, very good book for students, anyone trying to learn anything really. And every time we quiz ourselves, we increase our retention near the initial level of, let's say, 100%. And then after that, you decrease again, right? Another exponential curve, and then another exponential curve. And after a while, it flattens out. So the rate of decrease is slower and slower. So eventually you can kind of asymptote at a higher retention level. So I just got this picture from Google. If you just Google space repetition, you should be able to see similar pictures. I never did space repetition with this thing. I never reread my notes. Sometimes I would try to use Anki or Quizlet, some flashcard apps to take my book notes. But then it wasn't in a streamlined system. It wasn't in a centralized system. And that was not a good thing. And I never ended up going on the app I'll just study hockey analytics just for fun. That's not how it works. And I would say I'm more motivated and I think naturally of these things than the average person. Okay, so probably not a good system. And that's what most people do, unfortunately. And given my second brain system and all those things coming together, I decided to go with Readwise. All the links and timestamp will be in the description below, so you can check that out. And Readwise solves that solution. So in today's video, we're gonna go over what Readwise can do for you, and I'll show you how I use it for myself and whether or not I think it's worth it. Once you have highlights in your Readwise system, you can review them using the app, and that's the coolest feature. You can also ask Readwise to send you an email if you don't want to use the app for whatever reason. So this is today's review. It's one of my favorite books, Way of the Peaceful Warrior by Dan Millman. And I read it, but I didn't take notes because I didn't know Readwise existed at the time, and I read the paper copy and didn't copy my notes anyways, right? So meditation consists of two simultaneous processes. One is insight, paying attention to what is arising, and the other is surrender, letting go of attachment to arising thoughts. This is how you cut free of the mind. So that's a highlight that people thought it was worthwhile, and I like it. So if I didn't like it, I could just hit discard and I'll never see that thing again. I can do feedback see soon, see someday, later, and so on, or never. But here I just want that. There's also shortcuts you can use, but I just hit done, and then that's from the E-Myth. It is the tension between the entrepreneur's vision and the manager's pragmatism that creates the synthesis for which all great works are born. Okay, and then The Molecule of More, great book. Chimpanzees observing a dominant display constrict themselves to appear as small as possible. On the other hand, when chimps respond to dominant displays with mirrored dominant displays, it usually marks the beginning of a long period of conflict that often ends in violence. So that was a part about you kind of want to adapt to your partner, in your friendship or relationship. So if one's dominant, you might want to be submissive for a bit, and vice versa for better relationships. So it's cool how you can be reminded of that, because let's say you're fighting with your friend. Well, that might be some of the sources of conflict, right? Like no one wants to budge, and you might be smart to learn to let go here. And again, from this book, and I just read this book, so you're probably going to see more highlights. Now, if you needed to collect, say, 7 gems, and every chest you open contained a gem, it would be completely predictable. So that's, they're talking about game developers like add some randomness to increase our reward prediction error. And then our dopamine is released. So like the least we expected, the more dopamine is released. So again, if you're addicted to gaming, and I've been playing Clash Royale last little while, so then they actually have chest in that game, right? So then I actually just deleted Clash Royale because it was hard to stop playing, because the game is really good at getting you to play every day. So whether it's a game changer or not, it can help you change your behavior, which is super nice. And it helps you get more out of the books you read, which is a massive time investment. The real investment in a book isn't the $20 or $30 you're going to spend to have the physical copy or buy the Kindle version. It's the time you put in, right? You might put 10, 20 hours in a book. What kind of return on investment are you getting? And Readwise can help you increase that return. Okay, so we're now on my main page of Readwise on my desktop computer. It's a Google Chrome extension, and it's also a website, so you can access it that way. You'll see there's many ways to import and export highlights. So how about we start with imports? As you can see, there's plenty of ways to import your highlights into Readwise. When you read books on Kindle, every time you highlight, it goes automatically in your Readwise, so you don't need to do any extra work. I read articles using Instapaper. As you can see in the top right of my screen here, Instapaper is a way to keep track of the articles you want to read. And when you highlight stuff in there, it imports automatically, so no extra work. Supplemental books is like, let's say you've read a book and you didn't take notes, you can search it up. So I don't know, like here, Why We Sleep, I didn't take notes on it. There's popular highlights from other people. Right, so those highlights weren't taken by me. They're just taken by other people that a lot of people agree that this is a good highlight. And then you can favorite, you can share. Sharing is a pretty cool thing that I use all the time. Although I don't post them yet on social media, but I send them to my friends, right? So then you can change the theme and stuff like that. You can clean is another style. Classic is the highlighter. And then there's wide, there's square. So for Instagram, like this would be really good, because I think it's a square format, right? It's a square medium. So then once you have highlights, you can import them easily. So let's go back to the import page. On Twitter, you can also send a tweet to Readwise. So I think you can like tag Readwise in it by replying to the tweet, and it imports it into your Readwise. All my books from Goodreads sync automatically with my Readwise. And then there's a bunch of other things. Like I don't use them all. Short form apparently is a good book summary software, so that's good. And then there's Apple Books. I know a lot of people use that. Pocket is pretty popular. Medium is like an article thing. So there's a bunch of things. Like there's more things than I even know. Like half those things I don't even know what they are. There's a few in beta. And then something I use all the time is myclippings.txt is on my Kindle. Let's say it's not a book that I bought from Amazon, but I downloaded an EPUB and then converted it to .mobi. You can see the card in the top right, how to convert those things. Then I'll export my clippings.txt and import them from here. So then that way my Kindle highlights are all loaded automatically. And these days that's for a decent amount of books. You might do it automatically using a paper book, using the app. So I'll show you how to do that in another video. You'll probably see that in the card as well. There's a new thing with PDFs, which is super useful. It might be helpful for a lot of people. I haven't tried it. It's still in beta, which means it's activating right now. It makes Readwise more and more worth it as they keep adding some features here. So if we go back to the main page, we can look at the export and what we can do from here. What I use is I use a Notion exporting feature. So if we go into my Notion, it all part of my second brain, is that these are all my books and highlights. I'm reading The Molecule of More right now. Great book, probably some reviews coming on it soon. These are all my highlights. As you can see, I've taken lots of highlights. Then you can export all your highlights into a CSV and other apps like Evernote and all of that. So it's really, really cool. And now let's head into the Browse tab and let's just go everything. So everything, let's go books maybe. Books, you can see all my books, the number of highlights in each of them. Supplemental books are the ones that I read but I didn't take notes on them. So it's cool how I have highlights from all these books that I've read but haven't taken notes. So that's a really, really cool feature. And then articles, I have a couple articles that I took highlights. Tweets, like this is Andrew Huberman saying sleep is super important. That's one of my favorite tweets. And this is also one of my favorite tweets by Shane Parrish, saying the person who carefully designs their daily routine goes further than the person that negotiates with themselves every day. And I recently started taking my podcast notes using the Snipped app. You'll see a tutorial for that as well. And it's really cool how it automatically syncs with Readwise. So it's nice how my ecosystem of my second brain is starting to merge together and all the integrations are coming together here. So you have the summary and transcript, and sometimes I take a specific note. But it's cool because you get the reread part of a podcast, and you can also listen to it and go back to the time as well if you're into that. Okay, so now in terms of pricing, there's the Readwise Lite at $2.24 US per month, and then there's the Readwise Full at $4 per month. And personally, I think the Readwise Full for my use case is necessary because I want to organize my highlights with tags and notes. So that's really useful. And I also export it to Notion, which is also almost a must for my second brain system. And I get the 50% education discount. So that's a pretty good discount, which is awesome. Another thing you can do to reduce your costs is to start referring your friend. And for every friend that you refer, you get an additional free month. So I'll put my link in the description below. So if you sign up, you get an extra free month, and I get an extra free month, which is awesome. So that would be a great way to support the channel if you're interested in getting Readwise. Now, is Readwise a game changer? The answer is kind of, but kind of not. Like, I really enjoy reading 4 highlights per day. Some people probably want more. Some people it might be 1 highlight per day. And 1 highlight per day is probably not going to change your life. You're not going to be like, whoa, I need to design better habits and then change your day entirely. Like that's not how these things go. However, have I noticed a significant increase in retention? Yes. And I share the pictures like I showed you with my friends, and that creates cool discussions. And often I'll tell my partner like, oh, this is a cool quote, and it's a good discussion starter. So I think for that price and the fact that it's well integrated within my second brain system, it's well worth the money. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and make sure to check out the videos that you're going to see appearing on the screen and in the cards that I'll link in the description below. And as always, thank you for doing the work.